Hey guys, Ben 406 Garage, truck stories. This is a really cool truck. I like this truck a lot. I am going to tell you my vision of this truck, and I hope that one of you guys wants to adopt it and build it into a really cool truck. Because it is for sale, it's on the website. You know, this isn't a for sale video. I want to tell you kind of like my vision and the story. This truck belonged to the city of Bozeman, Montana, Gallatin County. That's where it came from. And it was a city truck, meaning it went around and fixed sprinklers, and they drove it around and fixed water meters, and they, you know, did street light repairs and silly stuff like that, right? Back in the 60s and 70s and the 80s or whatever. And it got retired sometime in the 90s and was parked for a very long time. I actually got it off of a ranch in Montana, but the guy that I got it from kind of told me the story of the truck. It's a 47 International KB3. So this is a half-ton, well, half-ton, three-quarter-ton. You call it whatever you want. I call it a half-ton, but it has a long bed. So most of these originally were green. You can see the green paint under here. This was painted orange, probably by the city of Bozeman at one time. And these are just super cool trucks. And there's many people, I did not invent this, many people have done this. This body style, the track width, the wheelbase, and everything else fits very well with a Dodge Dakota, you know, from like the 90s into the 2000s. So a lot of guys have done this already, and I think it'd be a great deal for this truck because you could buy a two-wheel drive, go find a V8 two-wheel drive Dakota with air conditioning. What are they going to be, like 1,500 bucks? You know, running and driving, maybe $2 grand, 2,500. I don't know. But what these guys have done is you take this cab and you cut the floor out, not the sides, but cut the floor, and you cut the part of the firewall out. Then you take the Dakota, because the Dakota has the heating and air conditioning, the HVAC, has its own vents and stuff on the box under the dash on the firewall. So you literally can cut the firewall on the floor, and you can set this cab over the firewall and the floor of the Dakota. So you cut the cab of the Dakota off and you leave the firewall on the floor. Then you've got the seat mounts, you got the AC, you got tilt, you got power steering, you got power brakes, you got air conditioning, you got everything. But you still have the international dash, the international doors, and the cab, and all this sheet metal. You've got disc brakes, you've got ABS, you've got limited slip rear end, everything. But then you can just wet sand this and polish this, and boom, you can go drive it. Put some steel wheels on it, just from, you know, whatever the Dakota pattern is, get steel wheels, put the international hubcaps back on. I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do, because you're going to do whatever you want on this truck. I'm just telling you, like, this truck plus that running driving parts rig, you could build a really cool daily driver hot rod for 15 grand. And I know there's nothing you can buy that's that cool for 15 grand. So if you're a little mechanically knowledgeable and you don't mind doing a little garage wrenching and stuff like that, this thing would be awesome. And if you look at it, it's got the logos on both doors. It has all the emblems still. The big thing that's usually missing is almost all the grill bars. It's missing a few of the grill bars, but the majority of it's there. The passenger fender is in the bed. It's green. It's still here. The chrome front bumper is still there. The hubcaps are there. The hood emblems are there. I have the windshield and all the trim for that. That windshield is a crank out windshield, so it tips out and back in the front. That's basically what they had for AC back then. The side glass is cracked on one side, but it's flat glass. You can go to a glass shop, they can cut it. This really, as a hot rod project, is one of the easier ones that we have if you got a donor. So that's my vision of what I would do. What I want you guys to do, comment down below, what would you do? Would you put it on a Dakota chassis? Would you just fix what's here? Would you do an LS? What would you do? I know a lot of different things have been done on these, but the Dakota is the easiest one in my opinion, because the width of the cab and the width of the track width and the wheelbase is all the same. I love the patina. I love the old look of it, and I think this thing down on the ground a little bit lower with steel wheels and dog dish hubcaps would just be killer. Comment down below what you would do. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, help us keep saving these trucks and telling these stories.